If we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Joey Gonzalez, nutrition student, fitness advocate, and all-around healthy lifestyle person. So I'm going to share with you my story of binge eating and how I overcame it. For me, it all started with the fitness trend of dirty bulking back in the day. So after I gained my weight, I got a little on the chubbier side. Well, not really, but I didn't like how I looked. I wanted to get more leaner. I wanted to get that super toned, chiseled six-pack. Even though I still had somewhat visible abs, that's what a lot of people would consider above average. So I was technically healthy. So, to the average person, that would be fine. That would be considered body dysmorphia. Like, why are you trying to get even leaner? You look fine. But anyways, when I started cutting, that's when it all just started snowballing. I restricted calories. My body fought back, trying to push me, give me those cravings and that incentive to eat more. I would only last like 1 to 2 weeks on a caloric deficit. After about week 2, I'd just cave into my cravings and I'd eat, and I'd lose all the progress because I'd keep binge eating because my body didn't want me to be at that low body fat. See, your body always defaults to a higher body fat. It is just a survival mechanism that we've carried for years. And we can get into the whole set point theory. I do believe in that, and your body always fights to be at that set point. So if you try to go below it, it's going to be extremely hard. So, and then after that, I just got into the whole yo-yo dieting cycle. You guys are familiar with that, where you try to diet down, you get to lean body fat, but you can't sustain it because you're on a crappy diet, and you end up binge eating because you can't help it anymore. You gain all the weight back. You hate how you look. You go back on a diet. And you start craving again, you binge eat, and it goes back and forth, and you develop body image issues, and you can never be satisfied. And that was my problem, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate with that as well. And how I finally overcame this about 3 years later. I discovered good sources on the internet like Greg Doucette, and that's pretty much who I credit all my information to, my knowledge to, overcoming this disorder. I learned that the key, honestly, for most people, is a balanced diet. So for me, what worked was what I like to call the 80-20 rule, where I eat 80% clean food and 20% is whatever you want. And I started implementing this, and by default, I just got leaner. I included more foods that I enjoyed, but a majority of it was high protein, high fiber food. And this honestly just helped the craving stop, okay? It allowed me to eat more, but still not feel like crap and bloated because I wasn't eating crap, and the cravings were kept at bay because I was satisfied. I was eating more, And on top of that, obviously, I was still hitting the gym. I was doing my cardio, so my metabolism was good. So I wasn't, super fat. And over time, over the course of a few weeks, over the long term, which is what I always recommend people to lose weight over the long term because it's worth keeping the fat off over the long term and learning how you did that versus a quick, short diet, super low calories like what I did. You end up gaining the weight back. I can attest to that. Always better to do it long term. And I learned how I kept that fat off. And I just developed an overall better relationship with food because I learned that you don't have to rush to lose weight. It's a marathon, not a race. And if you just manipulate your calories into a way that you can get away with eating the most amount of calories, but still you're in that caloric deficit range and you're still losing weight, it might be like half a pound a week, but hey, if it takes you a year to get from 20% body fat to like 12% body fat, and you can actually keep the weight off and you learned how to keep it off, it's far more worth it than going from 20% to 10 in like 3 months. But going through hell, suffering, depriving yourself from going out with friends and family and eating and including foods that you enjoy in your diet, it's far more worth it. This life is short. You want to find the best ways to enjoy it. And when it comes to diet, I am the source on the internet that knows best about how to do that. So subscribe to the Joey Gonzalez YouTube channel to learn the best nutrition tips ever. I am a nutrition student, so after all, this is my expertise field. So hit the like and subscribe button. Until the next time.